got there yet. I worked all day in the long hot sun, my fingers to the bowl. Just another day living in paradise, selling off my soul for a little bit of freedom. I said freedom, yeah, freedom. We all searching for. I said freedom, freedom, yeah, drag myself out of bed, down the hall to the kitchen, jumpstart my head, brew it up and suck it down, head on down the road. Just another day living in paradise, selling off my soul.
Jefferson Coker Band, Freedom seems to be a fave around these parts here at Music Mafia Radio. You know, I got to apologize. My mind's stuck on this whole poll thing. You know, top 30. Top 30 is a big thing here at Music Mafia Radio. It's a big night. And, you know, I've got a message in. I've got a message in to my contacts at the poll site. I promise you I will get an IP address. Now, that's not going to narrow it down necessarily to an absolute specific person. I won't reveal my secrets. It gives me an area to start. And I can tell you, I'm really trying to keep myself under control right now because I have an idea. I have a very, very good idea of what's happened here. And this is going by some strange things that have happened over the last couple of weeks, especially since announcing on a regular basis our transition of what we're doing. So it's just some red flags. And for example, on this last week's poll, in the other slot, there was a voting spot that simply said, "You're an ass." And what some dummies don't know is I can get the IP address of anybody that's voted. That's in part of what keeps the voting fair. That's in part what distinguishes those from a bot or a program or an app. And I have the IP address of that person that voted "you're an ass." And it's a familiar IP address. It's one I know. And I have a feeling that particular IP address is going to match up with the IP address that logged in and totally erased this week's poll. Now, how they figured out how to log into it isn't a surprise to me. You wouldn't know anything about that. I don't know. I'm just doing the math here. I'm going to tell you this. It'll take me down to an area. Oh, is that a Tammany Dove song? Is that a Tammany Dove song? Maybe that's why I recognize the IP address. All right, so it wasn't somebody calling me an ass. It was a Tammany Dove song. That explains why that. All right, see, this is why. This is why I have to be careful about getting too crazy and over the top and upset about things that happen. Because there's some that explain why that address looked familiar. All right. At any rate, we're going to figure it out. I just want to say this. If for anybody that's screwing around, listen, we're just trying to create a community of support here. That's it. Plain and simple. We are not in competition with anybody. We just aren't. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of those out there that are playing great independent music just like we do here. Right? You can't compete with that many people. There's no competition. We all might do it a little differently than one another. But for the most part, I mean, for Christmas sakes, we're doing the same thing here. We're just promoting great, great talent. It's not a competition. Should be supporting each other. That's the way it goes. Now, I'll be the first one to admit that sometimes my competitiveness gets the best of me. And although I will gladly support any other person out there doing, promoting this great talent and spreading the word, I will say the competitive part kicks in when I mention we're going to do it so much differently. We're going to do it in a way you never dreamed of. But that's about as competitive as I'm going to get. God damn it, you're right. You're right. You're an Ass is a song by Tammany. You're right. I remember, too, when Tammany first released that song, she had about 50 mofos all up on there. Is that about me? Is that about me? And I was one of them. I totally forgot about that. I'm just a puppet.
I woke up, pulled out a bottle of Jack. I threw hanging around. Feels like that, he don't care anyway. He don't care about me. Oh, he makes me angry, he makes me mean. He's the reason that you see this look in my eye and a scowl on my cheek. Well, my friend, there's something I gotta do. It's time for me to leave, but not with you. I said I won't be a puppet no more. Your master days are over. I'm done playing your phone. I said I'm gonna cut those strings. Well, it's sure been fun, but I think it's time you leave. Hazy mornings and guilty thoughts, broken promises and broken hearts, they all came courtesy of you. Don't get me wrong, we had us a good time. I was alive with the party, with you by my side. Well, I hate to admit it, you were my only friend. Well, my friend, there's something I gotta do. It's time for me to leave,
Art Canwell, the puppet. That's all I am. I'm a puppet. All right, listen, y'all. So as it stands, the official top 30 poll for this week is canceled for now as it stands. If for some chance maybe this is a poll site issue, maybe they're in the path of the hurricane or what have you, and we can get it back possibly within the next, few hours or so, or whatever the case. As it stands now, though, I'm already racking things through my brain on how there's going to be a show Monday night. All right, we may have to nix the actual top 30, and I apologize. In fact, here in the next few hours, as we get more info on what happened, we'll make some type of announcement or post on the Facebook page. But regardless, we'll figure out between now and Monday some way to make this up for Monday night and still make Monday night a kick-ass show. I apologize. I don't know what happened. I wish I could tell you more. I mean, I'm just learning myself, moments ago, 15, 20 minutes ago, as we talked about. We'll figure it out. I felt like I needed to say something, though, because I know there's many of you that vote all throughout the week because it's unlimited voting. But we'll get it figured out. We'll keep you posted. We'll post something on the Facebook page. And we'll make it up. We'll make Monday night just as kick-ass as any other Monday night, regardless. And, I already got a few ideas spinning through my head just in case. And, we've never done it. We've always, from day one, we've always left the top 30 up to the listeners, up to the fans and the friends and the family of the artist. It's always been your say, with the exception of Rick's pick. Maybe we do something this week with, the staff top 30. Which would be tough to do because, first off, we got to figure out between the staff which 30. And then we got to figure out in which order. So that's a lot of work. But we'll figure it out. Within the next day and a half, we'll have something worked out to make up for it. Again, I apologize. And, we'll just try our hardest to take further measures to make sure that this can't happen again. Here's the Lately with Hard Enough.